Hey guys, thanks so much for jumping on and watching. First of all, you guys, tonight I am drinking a Diet Coke instead of coffee or wine or all of those things. I know, honestly, it's so boring. Here we are. Let me tell you guys, honestly, genuinely, I hate diet anything. I really do. But Brie and Casey, you guys are the ones who got me on this. I decided to drink this tonight, give it a try, because I'm outside of my fasting window and it has zero everything, so I can drink it. It's all right. I hate diet everything. I just said that, but like seriously, I hate the taste of diet. But I'm sucking it up and I'm doing it. Also, you guys, I feel like trash today, so I'm sorry if my voice is like nasally and gross. It's because my nose is all stuffed up. And you know when you're kind of sick and your like teeth hurt a little bit because of it, because you're so stuffed up? That's how I feel right now. Anyways, you guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about a book that I actually finished reading last night. I started reading this book that Brie decided she wanted to read, and she sent it to me and Carly, and we were looking over it, and I had seen it before. I'm obsessed with the cover. The cover is beautiful. I will show you guys in a second which one it is, but she sent it to us and she asked us if either of us had read it, and neither of us had. I looked at it. It wasn't in my it wasn't a sport. It is a sports romance, but it wasn't a sport that I was interested in. So I looked at it and I've kind of moved past it. However, I decided, you know what the heck, I'm gonna give it a try. So the book that I started reading like the day before yesterday, finished last night, is called Kulti by Mariana Zapata. I'm so sorry, Mariana, if I said your name wrong. I probably did, honestly, but I apologize. Okay, you guys, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about this book. This book has several things that usually I'm not incredibly into. The first thing is that it is a soccer romance book. I am not really into soccer, so I read that when I was reading like the summary of it, and I just wasn't super into that, moved along. Something else about it that is important, and I actually like really dislike this about books, certain books, but it is a slow burn novel. If you are unsure what that means, it means that you're basically reading the entire book and the couple doesn't actually get together until like the very end of the book. So you don't get any sex scenes, you don't get any like juicy whatever, I feel like, until the very end. I hate slow burns. It basically builds you up, so there's so much tension, everything, like you're waiting, and then it's a huge explosion at the end. So for that type of book, it was phenomenal, okay? I will say that the end, when they finally get together, it's like amazingly explosive, and I love that. I just don't like slow burns in general. I like couples to get together in between like 30 and 60% of the way through the book, and I like drama being thrown in from there. Some people really love slow burns though, and if you are a slow burn lover, then you would absolutely love this book. It is phenomenal. So now that I've gotten a couple of those things out of the way, let me tell you about this book. So the book centers around a girl. It's all from her perspective. Her name is Sal. She's 27 years old. She is an Argentinian Hispanic gal who plays on a soccer team called the Pipers, and she plays professional soccer for them. And it is about how her team has hired this new assistant coach. His name, I'm gonna say it probably wrong, is Rainier Kulti. And basically, he's older, so that's another thing that I usually don't read about, is that he is 13 years older than she is. So she's 27, he's 39, about to turn 40. And growing up, he was like her idol. Like one of the best soccer players in the world. She had his posters all over her wall. She looked up to him. She had like a massive crush on him growing up. She told everyone that they were going to get married, blah blah blah. As she gets older, her older brother plays soccer as well. His name is Eric. Her older brother and Kulti end up having this like thing happen while they're playing against each other in a game, and Kulti ends up breaking her brother's leg in a couple different places, and it ends up being this kind of like drama within the family. Obviously her brother is not a Kulti fan because of it, but while she like tore down all of her posters of him in her room, she like swore him off, all this kind of stuff. While that happened, she still, and her family, her parents and everything, still have this respect for him because he is one of the best soccer players in the world. So it's like this kind of weird dynamic where they kind of are like, Kulti, but in actuality, they love him because of how amazing of a soccer player he is. Kulti ends up coming to be the assistant coach for her team, and she's excited to meet him. Everyone's excited to meet him. Obviously, he's this huge deal. However, he gets there and he basically is completely hands off, doesn't really want anything to do with them, just stands on the sideline and watches. He has like a past and obviously some issues with himself that he's working through, and the whole book is about Sal and him kind of starting off a little bit like enemies. He honestly is a douchebag and he's a jerk. And throughout the entire book, they form a friendship, and out of that, obviously it blossoms into something more. But I have to say that this book is really long, you guys. It's like 570 some odd pages, which it was pretty slow in the beginning, I will say. If I'm being 100% honest, it was real slow. I had a difficult time kind of getting into it. However, when you meet Kulti and you see the team and you get to know Sal, you really fall in love with their characters. And I was so obsessed with finding out how in the world they built any kind of relationship out of where they started that I obsessively read yesterday. Literally did not put the book down, you guys. I was worthless yesterday. I'm just gonna be honest. I was, because I could not stop reading this book. And it was so weird because I was in this dynamic where I was like, I hate slow burns. This book is pretty slow. I'm kind of dying a little bit. Yet I could not put it down. I was like engrossed in their world and this little universe that Mariana put together. And honestly, you guys, once we got to the end and I finished it, I have not been able to stop thinking about the book. 100%, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. It was genuinely freaking good. And I will say something that I did love about the fact that it was so long was that I felt like it gave you an honest and real portrayal of like a timeline of how they went from not being friends, kind of sort of enemies, to being in love and being like, we can't live without each other. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I love books where couples like meet for the first time and it's like love at first sight and you're like, I can't get enough of this person. However, if your book isn't like that and I'm reading a book where it's supposed to have some kind of natural progression of a relationship, I felt like this book captured that journey perfectly, you guys. And I loved that about it. At the end of the day, I 100% recommend this book, especially if you love slow burns. If you love slow burns, pick this book up right now. You need to read it. You will be obsessed with it. Seriously. If you have read any of her other books, she also wrote another book called The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and it's about a football player, but I have not read that one. If you have read that one, tell me how it is. Okay, first of all, I know it's a slow burn, so part of me doesn't want to read it because of that, and it's even longer than this book. However, you guys, when I finished this one, when I finished Kulti, I was so obsessed with it and so obsessed with the couple that I feel like I need to read Winnipeg and Me. So if you've read that one, comment below, send me a message, anything. I want to know what you thought about it. At the end of the day, she's an amazing author. Like the writing, I loved her style of writing, all of that. That was fantastic. Even if slow burns aren't my thing, my normal deal, I did end up loving this book, and I am so glad that I ended up reading it. If you have any suggestions on a next book you think I should read, please let me know, because I am struggling in finding more books to read. So send me a message, comment below, tell me what you think I should read. 2, you guys, I'm thinking about doing a video on books that I never finished, like books that I don't love, I picked up, started reading, didn't finish them, but I'm torn on whether I should do that or not. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know, because I have a lot, honestly, that I've picked up, started reading, even gotten like 80% of the way through the book, and I don't end up finishing it because I'm just not into it. So I think I might do that next. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I should have the next video up in the next couple of days. If you guys liked this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in a bit. Bye.